listen up, listen up, listen up, listen up. Those women with the big heads, they came at me again. They showed up at the shop. They grabbed me. They put me up off my feet. And it was not a pretty sight. Now, I keep telling you guys, you cannot go to church on Sunday flossing. You can't do it. No, we had this talk already. Yes, the ladies with the big hats, they've been here before. And they are not playing. They gave me an ultimatum. Either I talk to you guys again, or they're going to shut down ASMR. And I know you don't want ASMR shut down. Alright? Listen, they gave me a list of names of the people, of the women who went to church, who was out there on Sunday flossing with their makeup on. You ain't got to say no name. I got the list right here. Alright? I'm going to read them off. First off, listen here. Alright? Kiara, you cannot be showing up at the church, looking people up and down, and then wink. You cannot do that. Not in the church. Yes, Miss Dangerous, I said not in the church. Now, we've had this conversation before. I told you, ladies, listen, when I do your makeup, you cannot go to church. And if you go to church, you got to sit in the annex room. Or I told you the easiest way to not have me beat down is to go and watch church on TV. Watch it on YouTube. Alright? Listen, Tay, I told you, you gotta tone down the lipstick. Yes, you took the lipstick off that I put on you, and what you went and did, you put back on that hot red lipstick. No, we talked about it. They mentioned you by name. No, I don't know how they found out who you were, but they know every last one of y'all. You know who was next. It was Bella. Bella was another one. Oh, she was flossing in the church, had her butters whipped. Listen, she's smiling with her big eyes and everything like that. And they said she had this walk on it like she was just showing off. And she sat in the front of the church. Yes. They say she was a huge distraction. Yep. They almost had to take her out to church. Okay? Yep, no. Listen, that's not the only one. Now this girl here. Listen, let me tell you about this girl. At least this is what was told to me. They say Blanca walked in the church. Before she sat down, she looked at the pastor, looked him up and down, and smiled, and then sat down. It was almost over for the church. It was